It's the new song coming by King Stevian and King T No Mall. Like Father Like Son, a track where King Stevian expresses his deepest feelings about his bloodline, starting from his father and mother. He speaks life into his tribe by telling them what is going to happen once the land is gotten. King Stevian also talks about the remembrance he has of his father. King Stevian said he is creating this song and album cover for a full memorabilia and collectible valued at 10 billion lawful money dollars, so his bloodline along with others will keep him and his father Curtis Lomack in their own tribe bloodline forever. A great thing to remember the king when he leaves this earth. But he isn't going nowhere yet, kings and queens. Get ready to purchase this 5-track album produced by King T No Mall with additional production by DJ Stevie T. Go get it next week on Amazon and Apple for immediate download. After purchase, email cityside2006@yahoo.com with a copy of the receipt and get your 2 deeds valued at 10 billion lawful money dollars in gold. It's the new EP, Like Father Like Son by King Stevian. Out next week, big baby. Mark it on your calendar so you won't miss it. We will keep you posted on this channel when it is released. Cityside Records and Higher Threat Productions aren't playing around. Let's get it, baby.
Kings and queens, clash your swords. Yeah. You kings and queens already know.
100 kings and 100 queens.
Show 'em. All right. I'm coming in real quick to give you this. There's some things that y'all need to be ordering right now in preparation for the tax class. I want to shoot for this Friday. Majority of everyone then done their NDAs, rules and regulations, and no refund policy. But there are some things that y'all do need to know before we even get into this, what you need to order. There are individuals who are doing the no refund policy wrong, and it looks intentionally, clearly. And only a few did it correctly without me having to go back and say any words about it. On the no refund policy, it says print your real name, okay, or sign it. If I sign either or print my government, the United States government name, right, then that means I'm going to sign it in the U.S. government name or the beneficiary signature. But putting your king name on one line and then putting the straw man name on another don't match, and you know that. So let's stop acting like idiots around here. Stop flim-flamming and get this shit done correctly. Because the longer y'all hold up everybody, they're going to be pissed off at you, and I'm going to call your name out for the ones that are doing it. I'm just trying to make sure this stuff is in decency and in order and everybody is on the same train. Because I'm not going back. Some of y'all are trying to stall because y'all think y'all going to hold me up. Let me tell you something. I said the longest I'll stay will be February. Okay? And that ain't the plan. The plan is December 31st. Some of y'all are around here trying to do barcodes and other documents for your sister, brother, auntie, cousin, wife. Cut that out. This is about you. If you ain't free, you can't free nobody else. How can you free somebody in your tribe and you don't even know how to get over the fence yet? You don't even know what direction to go yet. Because when I'm gone, I'm gone. The VIP is set up for you to get through the 7 steps more faster, more quicker, more efficiently, but Some of you are trying to do barcodes for your sons, your daughters, your husbands. Once you're done with your stuff, now you know what to do, how to do it. And you can go back and show them on your own time. Stop trying to make me do stuff for Tiny Tim, Little Jane, all that grandbaby stuff. Focus on yourself. Don't give me no barcode requests for no goddamn bills no more. Don't give me no barcode requests for no power of attorney, copyright for this person, that person. I don't care about them right now. I care about you, because you're the leader of your tribe. And unless you're taught correctly, you will never get no one else through. Not even including yourself. So all this that y'all are doing is just trying to waste my time, and I'm tired of the fuckery. If you pay for VIP, you better be trying to do that just to get through with your 7 steps quicker. Do y'all not get that? If you got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, all of them available to you. Don't forget, Tuesdays and Thursdays are free for the students. So if you do VIP, use those other days to get through. If I see you doing that for your 7 steps, in 1 full week, you doing it just strictly for your 7 steps, you know what I'm going to do? If you got something else that you might have, not talking about your other tribal members, or like a slight bill or something that then came up that then hindered you, I don't mind taking care of that. Because I see you moving steady with your 7 steps. But if that's all I'm seeing, like I gotta tell one key, man, focus on your steps. All these goddamn, because I don't even know which one is his last tax filing. Because he's doing so damn many. And he's so confused, don't know what goes where. This is ridiculous. We had plenty tax classes telling y'all where this document go, where that document go. And then for y'all not to even know where the documents go is a damn shame. I would have one last tax class. If you don't make it, then that's your ass. If you haven't signed the 3 documents that you need to sign correctly, I'm not going to reply back and say what you fucked up on. You just won't be invited and you'll miss out on the tax class. And I dare anyone to try to show your ass how to do it. Because I'll be on their ass like white on rice. They'll be kicked out of the group, have liens put on them, their mama, their uncle, their daddy, the whole damn tribe. So if that's what you think you're going to try to pull, you better pull yourself back now. Because I'm not playing around with this. Months then went by and it's just a bunch of damn games. Y'all not taking this serious. If it's truly about your tribe, you'll be focused on that. Been 2 damn months and don't have the documents signed the way they need to be signed. Like plenty of people say, just kick their ass out. Trying to give you a chance. But now, I will not tell you what you fucked up on. I won't. I'm just going to ignore you. And when you book an appointment for anything dealing with the 7 steps, I'm going to cancel your appointment. And you're going to be like, why you cancel my appointment? Because you didn't fill out your damn documents right. And even then, I still won't show you the tax return. Okay? You'll never do your last tax file. You'll never learn how to do trust taxes or estate taxes. You try to run some other guru and mix our process. In the NDA, you can't do that. Can't mix our process with someone else's. Get in order. This is crazy. I'm trying to help y'all, And yet, it's more about fuckery than anything, because somebody told you to come over here and try to slow me down. You can't slow me down. My tribe needs me more than ever right now. And I won't let none of you, not one, interfere with that. Because when you fuck with family, you fucking with me. So you better shape up or fucking ship your motherfucking selves out. And I fucking mean it. Stop fucking around. And I know the ones that are fucking around. Y'all are not dumb. Y'all are not kids. And like I said in the other video, it's a shame to have to see and talk to y'all this way. But again, I'm not going to tell you what you fucked up on. I'm not. When y'all submit me a barcode, I made it very clear about the affidavit of ownership, the assignment deeds on any one of them. You need to have the amounts on there. The principal amounts, the lawful money amounts. That's the interest, then the damn principal. Who is going to? The 6 numbers that you're using for the barcode. Some of y'all are just giving me assignments and affidavit of ownership and don't have none of that information. You cannot have a claim. That is not a full claim. That's why these courts always hit y'all with failure to state a claim where relief can be granted. You never made a damn claim. Good way to know your damn claim is do a 1099-A. That's acquirement and abandonment. Put your claim in. Get your barcode. Put it on this certificated deed. Assign it to them. Post it in the newspaper that it was paid. How you paid it. Which instrument you paid it with. That you got from me. The gold, the silver, the album. Which one? How much it was. You got a newspaper article and you got a notarized document proof of a posting, then you got a clear claim because it's made to the public. So when you go to court, they can't say failure to state a claim where relief can be granted. You did the assignment. You got your tax documents backing you up. It's in the IRS system, public side. It's in the newspaper, public side. It's been the newspaper ad been authenticated by the state on the state and the federal level. The 236 form has been turned in. That's been authenticated by your state. That's a federal form. Your claim is clear. Y'all are not paying attention to the things that I'm teaching. I had one king do a test, and I asked him in the How to Get into 100 Kings and 100 Queens video, what else was I teaching about in there? It's very clear what I taught in there. And not just him, it was a couple others. Clear as day, I show y'all how to get y'all $135 back that you did when you did the administrative fee, and y'all missed all over that. This is what I mean by paying attention. I said, what is taught in that video? I guess getting your money back don't matter. I was talking to someone last night, King's Race here, and I was telling him, I said, yeah, everything is free. Just like that Moorish Queen Sharon has said. It is free. You just have to do the paperwork to get everything back. Prove to me everything free, King. Well, go watch the video, proof the lawful money process works, and you'll see it. The guy that scammed our group, he paid $44 for his silver tender. He settled the debt with his silver. He got back that plus 16.666 interest. It's returned. There's another king. His stuff is on automatic. He made the Treasury and the IRS handle all his bills every month. But he gets 16.666 back every month on all his bills, automatically. You don't have to do no paperwork because they're handling the paperwork. But that ain't what you want. You want your 200. When you do it that way, you're back under the jurisdiction of the United States, and they're handling it their way. But when you do it with your government, now you get what your country or your tribe value is worth. Mine is 500 times whatever I gave in tender. Just giving you some pointers here. But please stop wasting my time. And you're wasting a lot of others' time as well by doing this. This past Saturday, I was looking at documents and looking at the NDAs and rules, and this stuff was all over the place. One being said and typed in the witnesses' names and signatures. And I was just showing y'all mine as an example. I wasn't saying do it that way. You think you can sign someone else's name as a witness? Y'all know better than that. Listen, y'all are grown, living beings. I need real witnesses. Print their name, then underneath, sign it, or however which way it goes. Sign it first, print it on the bottom, so I can see clearly who it was. I have to keep going back, regurgitating the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over, and it's getting old. The damn words that coming out my damn mouth got gray hairs on them. And those words going to wind up in the grave, dead, and you're not going to be able to use them no more. So you better shape up or ship out. You better be thankful that I'm doing this the way I'm doing it. Because I don't have to say another word. I can just look at those NDAs and stuff like that and just only call those that did it correctly and ignore all your others. And like I told y'all, unless I done went over the NDA and everything with you, do not book in another appointment. If I haven't sat on the phone with you and went over your NDA rules and regulations and that no refund policy on one of these appointments, don't book another appointment. Book your appointment strictly for that. Or you better make sure that it's uploaded on that appointment that you have. And y'all hear it at the sound of my voice right now. If that's not done, you need to go back in there, edit it, and make sure those 3 documents are in there. And I want all the pages of the rules and regulations, all of the pages of the no refund policy. On the NDA, page 1, page 10, and the last page. And now since I updated it, it's not page 10 anymore, it's on page 11. Okay? So I updated it, the NDA. It looks totally different now. Let me see if I can pull this up. Let's see if we got it. It's a shame, tell you. Oh my gosh. I don't see that. That it? That's not it. See the rules. That's not that. I don't have it in here. But anyway, that's a new updated version. Y'all don't have to worry about that. I just clarified some words in there. I put the watermark in the back. And I told y'all, if y'all don't have the watermark in the back of your document, I need that watermark. Y'all steady sending these documents without the watermark in the back. Okay? How do you know it's original document? Because they have the watermark in the back. Take the watermark off, that means you done sat there and did a bunch of editing to knock it out. Some of y'all are using the wrong program. Y'all need to use Word. They have free Word. Some of y'all are using these alternative word programs that knocks the whole page loose. Stop doing it with Microsoft Word Online. Just use somebody. Go to the library. Use their Word. That's all you got to do. Everybody has a local library. I'm done with that. I might do the tax class either Friday or Monday at 8 p.m. Not going to tell you which one, because I haven't made my mind up yet which one I want to do. Because I got to make sure my tribe is correct. Right and situated. Before I do it, I got to feel good inside about moving forward. I feel good right now, but I want to make sure of some things before I do it. Okay? But be prepared for either Friday or Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay? So, but again, I said what I had to say. Make sure that your next appointment, if I haven't went over your NDA that you submitted, make sure you edit your appointment and upload it there. Y'all just don't know how important the tax class is. If you want to bypass the tax class, fine. I will not revisit. I will not do no one-on-one tax classes through VIP. It don't work that way. You think you really going to get a full damn tax class for $100 in 1 month? You done lost your mind. It takes at least 3 to 5 hours to do that entire tax class. Longer than that, actually, because people are always asking questions. So, no, I will not do that. Anybody that missed the tax class, you will have to pay the full price for that tax class. There's a lot that got the different tax classes already. The last 1040, that's 1040, and then they got was 1041, and then they have the birth certificate tax class. The birth certificate tax class is 125. The last tax class is 325. So that's the way route you want to go. You will go with that one, but you still will have to do the NDAs. Because that's what some of you just want anyway. Keep running behind fiat. You're going to find out what's going to happen to you. But anyway, let's get into this. So in preparation of the tax class, you need to order these forms here. One is your 1096. 1096, and it's going to come up with 2024 and 2023. They only allow you to do 10 of these, which is a shame. They allow you to do 10. So, if I was you, you can use, going to do add to cart, continue shopping, and then you're going to order your 1099 OID. And these right here don't have a year on them. Okay? So, you do 10. They only let you do 10. Make sure you order one of the instructions. Okay? Always, because they do updates on that. And then you're going to hit add to cart. Now, the way you do this is you check out the way you get more, because I have at least about 60 different companies I'm dealing with. Okay? Like, damn, King, you had a bunch of bills. But anyway, it totals everything up. 1096, 1096, 1099 OID. Wait a minute. This is just the instructions. Let me go back here. I don't know why it didn't let me get your OID. Because I swore I hit that. got the instructions. Let's make sure. View cart, make sure it's in there. Now it's in there. This is everything. Now, I would use a different name and different address. Use one at another address. Put your straw man on that one. And the other one, you do it under your estate or your trust name. And then, because they ask the business name. So it says enter shipping address. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to do it for a different company here. I did it under the estate first. Got the with it. So the last one I did it under the estate because I have so many. And making sure I got this. Okay. You don't have to order A's. You don't have to order B's. Even though the B's got the same thing where on the 1099 OID don't have a specific year, you can write the year in. Okay. I already have enough of the OIDs. I know a lot of y'all was dealing with the IRS site. You don't have to do that because there's a certain address on the 1099 OID, and we'll go over that in a minute, and the 1096 of where you send those to. These go with the instrument. That is your silver, your gold, and the instrument that y'all are taking over. They both go together. It's like King Midas. Everything he touches or she touches, Queen Midas, everything he touches turns to gold. So once that number from your gold or silver or copper goes onto that instrument, you have to have a claim with that, and that is the certificated deed proving that you own that gold, that silver, or that copper. Okay, so you put this gold or silver or whatever on this instrument, this negotiable instrument from the bill collector, but where's your proof that you own it? And that's why you attach that with it. So that way it's triggered in their system, okay, yeah, we owe them. They had a loss. That's on the 1041D. If you're dealing with the government, 4797, or coming from the 1099B, B as in boy, you have your 8949. Okay? So I'm giving y'all some of the forms that y'all going to need when it comes down to the taxes, and especially in the tax class. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue order. Okay? I got another one I'm going to order. Okay? So that's my second order I did. Okay? So let's go over here. Let's go over here. So I got two orders there, as you see. I did one in the estate right there, and then I did one in the with it. Okay? So I can do one for my Indian government. We have different tax ID numbers. Then you can do that because they're different business entities. So we're going to go over here, and we're going to do 1099 OID. Click on the IRS website. It says About Form. You click on the form. Okay? Now you can't use this one. Just to let y'all know. You do not want to use this one and try to print it off. Y'all get y'all 1099 OID. There is some that go to the IRS, one for the recipient, one for you, and one for the state. Okay? You need to make sure you send those to the right places. That's over on the right side. See, it says to be filed with recipient state income tax return. When required, you always want to make sure that you send one to their state division, state tax division. You want to fill this part out right here, state identification number, okay, taxes withheld, I told y'all what the account number is. You always check the FACA filing requirement. Always. There's no bond premium. No bond premium. Tax exempt OID. You can't carry that down from box 1 up here. Periodic interest. That's your lawful money. Trying to get the form right. 8281, and we're going to go over that. Let's go over to 8281. Giving y'all some heads up here about this form. Because bastards sit around here and teach y'all the wrong shit. That's why the IRS come after y'all. Okay? This is not what I wanted, because I want to deal with the IRS only. Let's go back. Find the one for the IRS. A281. Now, I want you to pay attention. Down here, there's no CUSIP number. Always put in slash. I don't give a fuck what guru told you. You do not have a CUSIP number. Those CUSIP numbers, I've been in the stock market since 2005. Those CUSIP numbers are the numbers that's created once there's a bond created based on the debt. So when the state came to the United States Treasury, there was a debt created. The debt was created because the state took out a loan from the Treasury, or let's say from the Fed. And so now, since your name was attached to that instrument, that's how your name got involved. This is how you got tied to the state, or now belong to the state, or be a ward of the state. Okay? And go watch my video, Guru, Screw You Guru, my birth certificate CUSIP number is fake. Type that in on YouTube and watch that video about the CUSIP numbers, and you'll find out the truth about this stuff that they're out here teaching y'all. And I double dog any guru to challenge me on that. They just throwing this stuff up, oh, this yours, and then they using these numbers that ain't even theirs. Remember what I told you. If you didn't put nothing in, you can't get nothing out. Don't give me that crap about your signature. You didn't sign the birth certificate. Your mama did. And that's not your signature until you take over your mom's signature or your dad's signature. And that comes with a barcode and documentation, okay? It ain't your damn energy. Do you got a certificate for your energy? Do you have a deed for your energy? Do you have a barcode for your energy? You don't mix your energy into commerce. That would be shares of your energy. And there has to be documentation for that. Not saying you can't do it, but there got to be full, complete documentation, especially with a barcode. Before you go into commerce, you need a barcode for everything, for your name, your signature, your energy. Your energy will be a transmitting utility, and you have to have a barcode with that, because with the barcode, that's how you transfer. Go to a grocery store, they transfer ownership from those Oreo cookies to you. That's why when you walk out the door without having it scanned, because they haven't put the claim or transferred the claim over to you, and you walk out the door, you go, dee, 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 dee. They call the police on you because you stole something in commerce. So anytime a government agency uses your name in commerce without permission, and you got a stamp on that, the barcode on that, the claim on that, and they use it without permission, you do a 4797 form. IRS form. Stop letting people out here trick y'all. Now, this is always going to be contingent. Contingent. Remember I was talking about the interest? Okay, well, here's the interest rate. Normally it's It can be 3.5. On the low end, depends on if it's short term or long term. If it's long term, it's normally 7.5. Okay? But when we're dealing with the Treasury, we're going to do short term. You can still use those percentages, depends on the amount. Okay? But go do your research on that to find out what the stated interest rate is on a 1-year bond, 2-year bond, 5-year bond, 30-year bond, and they will tell you. Issue date. See? Issue price. So you go back over here to your original issue discount for the year. I'm not going to break this all the way down for you. I'm just going to give you a little pointers on here. Yield to maturity. What y'all need to do is start, before class, you need to go in here and look up all these words. Maturity date. Okay? Issue price. Stated interest rate. Contingent. Variable. Look up all those definitions. Now, interest payment dates. This lines up with what? Periodic interest. So if they're going to pay me $20 billion, okay? If I did this in 2024, remember I told you can put the year? I put 2023. I'll just do 2024. Okay? It has no withdrawal penalty because you're not withdrawing. Okay? Federal income tax withheld. Now, where this comes into play is the company that y'all dealing with already took out the tax on the contract for your mortgage, your car, any of that. That principal amount is the federal income tax. Because if you go to 26 U.S.C. 1445 and you read that, it says that the transferor or transferee can advance or pay the income tax. They already paid it. How you know that you did not pay it and they left it unpaid was because they did not turn it in to the IRS. Okay? Y'all wondering how this becomes an income tax. It's because they advance the income tax, they pay it to the IRS in advance on the lawful money that they receive. What is the lawful money? It will be this amount right here. See? So, it would be 24% of that, and that would go in box 4. Okay? Don't know exactly what it is because I'm not doing the math on that. But in class, we'll get over the market, go into the market discount, acquisition premium. You don't have to worry about that. Investment expenses. Now, anytime you have investment expenses, now you're going to go into your 8949 form. The 8949 versus the 1041D. D as in dog. If you have expenses or if you don't have expenses, then you're going to juggle between those two forms. You're not going to use both. You're going to use one or the other. Okay? And I'm not going to get into it and tell you right now. That's only for the students to learn. Okay? But if you read your 1041D, you will see which one you have to use. They'll tell you don't have to use this or you do have to use this. Okay? And we also got into that on the, what is the 8288A and 8288B. Okay? Right? Because they talk about the actual amount. So, periodic interest, so if that's $20 billion, we would go over here and you would break these interest payment dates up. Okay? Then they got the amount of the OID for the entire issue. Where is that at? Go back over here. Original issue discount for the year. Okay? So these two forms go together. So anybody telling you that you do not have to fill out the 8281, leave them alone. Tell them they don't know what the hell they're talking about. And I double dog dare them to challenge me on it. A lot of people are uneducated in this stuff because they haven't dealt with bonds. I get my accountant on the phone. Me, him, and them. Whoever you're talking about, they know. That man would tell you very quickly, you don't know what the hell you're talking about. Okay? Issue payment dates. What does that mean? They can pay out quarterly. They can pay out monthly. So the way you get this money here is it will break down into all the dates. Now remember, the Treasury don't only just pay out $100 million. Okay, but if you wanted $100 million a month, you break down the dates right here, all the way around, down, boom. It might let you do 2 lines. Let me see. Yeah, they only let you do 2 lines. So your dates will have to line up going down here and going down here. Then they got the maturity date, so that plays part. Okay? You can buy back this bond after they issue it. But the Treasury is doing it for a profit, to make back the money that they are advancing you or the company. But the bond will go back on the company and is taken off of you because you settled the debt. And it starts once y'all do y'all dispute letter. So go on my videos on YouTube and type in King Stevian, do a DLT dispute letter. D as in dog, L as in Larry, T as in Tom. Follow the instructions on that. You're going to need your durable power of attorney. You're going to mail that with that letter to the United States Department of the Treasury to prove that that company never had power of attorney over you. For those that was in that group, that 9-8 masterclass group, which is not my group at all, and they were telling y'all to put on the OID. Let me show you what they did. They put the payer name as the company. Right? First of all, that was wrong off rip. Okay? Because you're forging, the OID is done by the payer. Okay? So if you did the company's name right here, that means that you would have had to have power of attorney on that company. So when y'all give power of attorney to these companies, they can put your name here. Okay? When they say payer, they're talking about who gave out, who did distribution. You did the distribution because you gave them your gold or your silver or your copper. So it's not the company that goes there. Matter of fact, when y'all accept the instrument for credit, it's not accepted for value, it's accepted for credit, what winds up happening is you stamp that with your silver, or you attach your silver to it, you do the accepted for credit on it, sign the back the way I showed y'all, and I'm going to show y'all in the tax class, and you do your 1099-A acquiring it. Acquirement or abandonment. Okay? Remember, y'all abandon every 3 years. So when you don't take care of your bills, then they go up and they go take care of it for you. So you acquire it. Once you acquire it, now it's yours. You put your silver, gold, copper on that. King Midas, everything he touches turns to gold. Now they have shares of your gold, silver, or copper. So now you're the payer because you send it back to them in the mail along with a 236 form telling them to go to the Treasury. And also you have your certificated deed that you get from me with a barcode. You have your assignment deed, okay? You want your certificate, okay? Even though you have a 236, you still have one where you assign them and you have those things authenticated. Both of them. Actually, all 3. 2 assignments, deeds, one from the Treasury and one of your own. So you want to keep records. And then the certificated deed showing you own it. After pretty much an affidavit of ownership, which is not a real word anyway. Okay? It's called a certificated deed. So now you're the payer because you paid them shares. That's where it comes into what? The 8288. Let's go over there. Go to the 8288B. I can prove it to you. I'm not going to sit here and talk and not back up everything I say, because that was some of you like seeing. Let that motherfucker back it up. Prove it to us. Go read 26 USC 1445. Okay? Application for withholding certificate for dispositions. If y'all went and watched the pay-per-view tax class that I had, go to lounges.tv, and when you get there, type in King Stevian tax class. Tax truth. Actually, it's tax truth. I go into detail what a disposition is. A disposition comes from an estate. I went down, looked at the etymology of it all, and it comes from an estate. It's dealing with an estate. Then it says by foreign persons, because we're foreign to the United States. Now, this form right here, withholding agent, they are the withholding agent. Why? Because they already put the claim in that they're the withholding agent. This is why they sit there and tax you on your bill every month. So who is the withholding agent? They are. They want to be the withholding agent. You know what that means? They're going to be responsible for this. Let me show you. They're going to be responsible for the taxes on this. Matter of fact, let me do the math on that. I don't know what is going on with my calculator here. Looking for my calculator. Don't have my calculator here. Calculator. This calculator, which is crazy. Somebody went on my phone and took my calculator off here. But anyway, they're going to be responsible for the taxes paying to the IRS. Now, you said that they already did it. That's right, I said that. But they might have shortchanged the amount here. But this is the full amount of the interest that you are asking for. But since they was responsible for the last one, they're going to be responsible for this one too. They received it, so when you send that assignment, you're telling them to go get your principal and your interest and return it back to you. Now, if y'all remember when I went to the, and I'm going to go to it again. Let's see. Go to 1099 OID instructions so you can see it. I want y'all to see this. Just in case you missed the last video I did. See how I got instructions right here? Click on instructions. And then when you go here, right here, scroll down and says you can get general instructions. You're going to click on IRS Gov form. Let's see. Actually, I don't want that one. I want the instructions. Actually, let's see if this is it. Let's see. That might not be it. Might be it. Let's go to instructions. They had a breakdown of it where they talk about that they supposed to give you a refund back, or they pretty much say if you haven't gave a refund back. I never knew that the company can give you a refund on the taxes. So that's your principal that you're giving to them. And I also figured that out when I was looking at some of the things dealing with consumers, code dealing with consumers, dealing with credit being given. in-depth research on that. Let me see if I can type this in. Because there is some instructions on that. I have to find it. But if you know which video I was talking about that on, please put that in the description link. All right. But they're responsible for the taxes. When you do that on the 8288, you're going to do the A and you're going to do the B. Okay, the first thing y'all got to do is the A, 8288A, 8288B, 1099A, 1099B. So when you mail everything out to the company that I just listed, these forms, all four, will need to be done. The company gets a copy of, not this one, they get a copy of the A. Again, the company gets a copy of the 8288A. You also send them a copy of the 1099A, 1099B, okay? Because they receive shares of your silver, gold, or copper, okay? In this case, you are the transferor. There are two of these that you're going to do. You got to do one for the instrument where they're the transferor and you're the transferee. Then you got one when you send the gold and silver, and then you become the transferor and they become the transferee. Either or does not matter. When it comes down to the withholding agent, it is still the company, not yours, theirs. Okay? Always keep that in mind, even though we are withholding agents. But they put themselves in that position. And since they did, their name will go here. You just got to get with me and know which one goes there. Okay? Don't just go trying to do this stuff on your own. It's best to be guided the right way. But I told you, there will be two that is done. 28288As, 28288Bs, 1099As, 1099Bs. Okay? There's different tax filings you will have to do. I told y'all before it's going to be about 3 or 4 tax filings. It's a lot of paperwork. But I don't care how much paperwork I got to do, because if I'm going to get this amount right here, you best believe I'm going to do the paperwork. Some of you want to be lazy. You never had 20 billion before, so why in the world are you being lazy? So I just want to come in and show you a few pointers on it. It's not going to show every dang thing, but that's what a lot of you waiting on. You want to sit on YouTube, try to bypass the main steps that I'm teaching y'all about this. A lot of these fake-ass people coming on my YouTube channel, oh, you ain't showing this, you ain't showing that. This ain't no school on damn YouTube. I'm giving y'all pointers. I'm pointing out important things to y'all that y'all know when y'all become a member and get into university. Some of you just using that YouTube thinking that, oh, I'm going to get everything I need. Then you run to somebody else and try to mix it up with what I'm showing. They're not teaching this how I'm teaching it. The right way, the correct way. I don't care if you got a damn refund. It wasn't done right. You know how many people then got refunds and it was done incorrectly? Now the IRS is locking their asses up. We can get on the phone together and talk to the IRS you want to. Because some of you don't believe a word I damn say. You just worry trying to go get the damn bag. And that same bag your ass going to get taxed on. Unless you do it the way I show you. You're supposed to have a brokerage account. In your 9-8 name, full, first, middle, and last, what you was born with the word trust at the end. Now you're able to get this wired into your account. Now, if you don't have a relationship with Fidelity or whoever you have about what's coming in, they're going to send that money back. They're only going to let you max out at $100 million. Okay, I already talked with the agents there. The head vice president. So, they're already prepared for me, but it's a lot of you who are slowing me down. Keep telling y'all a long time ago, it's not about money for me. It's about y'all being free. My people being free. Why I say my people? Because we all the same. Most of us anyway. Right? So that's enough for you to wet your beak. With y'all beaks. I showed you. If you need the link for ordering these forms, I have the link in the description. Just go in there and order those forms, 1096 and the OID. All right? And I did say I was going to go to the OID. Because on here they got the instructions where to send it to. Make sure y'all read that. Where are we? Let's go to the 8281. If you look at the 8281 right here, what does it say? Within 30 days after the date of issuance of an OID instrument, or if registered with the SEC, we don't have to worry about that because we're not on the stock market. It says within 30 days after the date, the OID debt instrument is registered with the SEC. It's saying we're not dealing with the SEC. It says send 2 copies of Form 8281. Now, you see it right there. So these people who are telling y'all not to do an 8281, you know they're lying because right here it says an OID debt instrument. You have to have the OID, 1099 OID, to attach to the negotiable instrument, and that goes with the 8281. And any attachments. What is your attachment? That is the instrument that you took over. Now you're giving that to who? You're giving it to them, the Department of the Treasury, Internal Revenue Service. Why? Because you're trading the instrument with your gold, silver, or copper on it. You put value on it. Remember what I told you at the beginning of this thing right here? If you don't put in, you can't get back anything out of it. That can't be a return. That's why it's called a tax return. None of you who was in that 9A class put anything in. And the asshole who told y'all, hey, you don't have to do an 8281. Y'all had 30 days to turn that stuff in correctly. Y'all just going by people y'all dealt with, but you don't have no paperwork to prove you had a relationship with them. You didn't settle the debt. That's how the bond is reversed. They saying they advance you. So, man, let's go over here. Let's go over to this, is it 26 USC? 26 USC 1445. Go over here. Withholding of tax. What is that key word right there? Dispositions. As we just already saw it on the 8288 A and B. Okay? Now, you come over here to the 26 USC 1445, which deals with the 8288 A and B. What are they talking about? Real property. Real property interest. Now, what are you doing with the 8281? You're giving the U.S., United States, their property interest. What is that? That's in the negotiable instrument because the negotiable instrument is a what? Part of the United States. It is debt. It's a debt instrument. All debts are obligations of the United States. Okay? That's your 12 USC 411, 12 USC 412, 18 USC 8. And then it says what? Foreign person. So what form are we dealing with? Let's go back over here. Foreign person. Remember I told y'all if it don't connect, reject. The transferee. Let's go back over here. Want to fact check me? Go right ahead. What are we talking about over here? What does this word say right here? Transferee. I ain't highlight all of it. Want to make sure that he ain't even highlight the whole thing. You got assholes to sit there and be picky about that. Transferee. Let's go look at what a transferee is. The term transferee means the person acquiring the United States real property interest. So we acquire it. So what does that mean we do? Let's go on over there. No, we're going to do that. We're going to do that. Since assholes tell you don't have to do a 1099-A. Let's go on over there. Remember, if it don't connect, reject. So I'm going to break this thing down for you. So I'm overproofing the proof. Now, 1099-A. What is this? Acquisition. You acquired the debt instrument. Beginning of this teaching, I told y'all about the acquiring. You acquired the instrument when you did the acceptance for credit, acceptance for value, acceptance for credit, we don't do value, okay? It's not abandonment of property, okay? It's an acquisition. You acquired the debt instrument. You got an interest in the instrument, and now you're giving that to who? The United States Department of the Treasury and the IRS. What form do we do that with? Let me go find that. We're out of that. We do that with the OID. Okay? And find the right form. The 8281 form. Let's get out of this. I think I erased it off here. Thought I had it. No, it's right here. Okay? So what you're doing is you're in trade. You're in commerce. You're trading the negotiable instrument back to the Treasury. You're acquiring it and giving it to them. So what happens is when y'all don't do y'all acquirement, accept it for credit, then what winds up happening is the company does it. They take it to their trust indenture. The bond is put on you. In the scripture it says, they will become the borrower and we will be the lender. This is how that happens. This is how the bond is reversed. So you go in and you settle all debts with every company you dealt with, all the way back down to your dang elementary school. Can you think that stuff is free? No, it's not. That's a debt put on your head. Stop worrying about other people's debts. Worry about yourself. You got enough debt since you was a baby, starting at the hospital. Even though we should not be settling the debt of the state who borrowed the $1 to $3 billion from the United States Treasury, we do it anyway. So our name can be clear. We get all that back anyway. Okay? So y'all see all the proof. I want to show you how this stuff connects. Transferee required to deduct and withhold a tax equals to 15% of the amount realized on the disposition. Now, the IRS wrote us and told us it is, I guess they haven't updated the code, but they told us it's 24%. Okay? I told you on your own time, y'all need to read this. Disposition, transfer, furnishes to the transferee, pretty much that they are not foreign. Of course, they're foreign to us. We don't have their characteristics. We're not dead. So they are foreign. They can write an affidavit all they want, but they never gave it to us. So that means they're liable. Y'all read this code, you'll see this thing is very powerful. They got the domestic corporation, stating under penalty of perjury, they never gave that to you. Dispositions of any interest in the domestic corporation. So this is what I told y'all about the partnerships that they create in your name. When you sign a contract, they create a partnership with you. And that's how that's U.S. real property, besides the negotiable instrument. Dispositions, y'all see it all over the place. It's dealing with foreign and domestic. So you got your 26 U.S.C. 1446 as well. You get time, read that. Transferee, payment of any tax. So what is this stuff dealing with, guys? It's dealing with taxes. Trying to find the one for you I want to show. Okay, here we go right here. The transferor or transferee has satisfied. See? And what happens in this case, you're the transferee, but you didn't satisfy. The transferor did it. Now, this is proof that they paid the taxes. And what you're paying back is the taxes. They're not just going to pay the taxes for you and not ask for it back. So they do that through the principal. In your bill, monthly bills, has satisfied any transfers unsatisfied withholding liability. That's why on this form right here, let me show it to you. Let me clearly show it to you. They talk about what? U.S. real property interest right there. Now, what do they have here? Were U.S. income taxes paid relating to the real estate property? You put yes. So that's how you get your refund back. Now down here, does the transferor have unsatisfied withholding liability under 1445? They do, because they didn't take out the right amount of tax. See? So you go back over here, where we just was. The transferor or transferee has satisfied any transfers unsatisfied withholding liability or has provided adequate security. That is shares in your silver, gold, copper. And it can be a bond. But we're not dealing with that. We're dealing with the real, not the fake. To cover such liability. That's why it don't show up in the IRS database that you owe taxes. Because the company is the one as the tax collector, as the withholder, so they advance you the loan on the tax. So everything on your credit bureau report is a tax advance. I learned that through dealing with child support. That's what they do. That's why they put you in the credit bureau as a loan, because it's a tax loan. Every bill you have is the same. Now go fact check that. All taxes. And they get the lawful money back. So every time you make a payment, they go where? To the trust indenture, which is what? A bank. And then that bank takes that payment and goes to the Treasury, and the Treasury gives them 16.666 back or even more. Don't know what their full percentages are, but I do know the minimum is 16.666. And they get the lawful money and it sits up. That's why you send out an executor order. The executor order lets them know, hey, I know what y'all done last summer. So matter of fact, let's go over here. Let's pull up this executive order. I was just talking to a king about it last night. Okay, so y'all can see this. You got to get a barcode from me. Everything has to have a barcode because it's a claim. Some of y'all are bypassing this stuff, thinking that you're going to get through. Oh, I don't need king. I'm just going to get this information. I'm going to do this, and, you know, and this is where y'all effing up at. Somebody's teaching you how to do stuff correctly. From the executive office of, and that's your estate. See, because that's what they're robbing. Disposition comes from what? The estate. Again, go on lounges.tv and type in King Stevian Tax Truth and watch that video. It's only like, what, $8? But it's the most important video you ever want to see besides the one dealing with the collectible. Watch that one too. Dear company, and you got your count number. This entitlement order notification of record, that's a notification of record, is to inform you of the power of attorney, in fact, on record. One queen sent this off to the bank and they shut our account down. Why? Because they caught red-handed. That's what they do when they're caught. But they're still liable. Queen, go get your money. In fact, on record, make sure when you do this, you do a dispute letter that I talked about earlier with the documents that you need. And you got to get a barcode for the durable power of attorney. That is a claim. And they're not free. They're $25 for those out there that are listening. Okay? That's why I say it's best to get into university. And go watch my video, How to Get Into the 100 Kings and 100 Queens. Listen to that video. All right. And also watch the video called King Stevian, Administrative Steps. All caps name, you are to cease and desist communicating with the business name and or derivatives of the name, all caps. The name is held in foreign trust in the country of, and that's where your 9(8) trust will be, not where you already have it. Because most of you do not have a 9(8). But if you have a 9(8), that's the 9(8) country. The address you are contacting is the branch office for both the name, that's the all caps name, and the trust, your trust name. We have attached the durable power of attorney, Form 56 and Form 56F. Okay? Because they're acting as a financial institution, their trust indenture is doing that. So this is why you would have to do the Form 56F. I do have a video showing you how to do that. But that does not need to be turned in to the IRS. It goes to the company. Form 56 goes to the IRS, according to my video. You're not on that step yet, the F with the Form 56F dealing with the IRS. That's when you get your estate and you're on step 2. According to the IRS handbook, publications of the receiving company and or government agencies are required after notification to do communication only with the fiduciary of. That's where your Form 56 comes into play. You are hereby required to communicate with the agent, attorney, power of attorney, starting this day. This is why the banks shut everything down. Okay, they know they're running game. And now they're running. Cease all communication with all caps name, first, middle, and last. Do not use any derivatives. If you continue to use the name, which carries $100 million in .999 pure silver coins, claim, including 100 acres of land, you will be charged that full value, and if necessary, it will be enforced through a foreign judgment in a competent court. Make all correspondences to King such and such, okay, that is of the such and such estate. Y'all know how to do the name. Care up. Remember I told y'all how y'all supposed to sign? On your 2848? There it goes right there. All caps name, okay? Since the deposits, payments to your company is over $10, you are hereby ordered in line with 12 USC 411, 18 USC 8, 31 USC 3727 to return all lawful demand money at its past and current interest, along with the funds in the master accounts, securities accounts, principal from any, all tender amounts given on accounts. You put your account number again there, as you did up front, up top, and submit a filled out IRS W-9 form attached. So you will have to attach a blank W-9. Go to my video on YouTube. You need to know how to fill that out. There's a certain part that you fill out on there. Type in King Stevian W-9 form. Attached to us immediately, or all payments will cease. You will submit all hidden and known 1099-As, 1099 OIDs, and any other tax forms you have filed with the IRS, U.S. Department of the Treasury, and or Federal Reserve. You are hereby noticed that all future payments will and shall be paid in lawful money to settle any and all debts. All debts are and shall be property of our estate, trust, and shall be reported to the U.S. Department of Treasury and the IRS, Internal Revenue Services. You, your agents, associates, partners, third-party companies, and any other entity do not have power of attorney over the person or name. And he put the all caps name. And neither is the name, put the all caps name again there, an employee or your company, of your company. Never was or never have been or never will be an employee of your company. Now, if y'all don't know, when you definitely dealing with a bank, those cards, and I learned through the TTNL, well, I told y'all need to go study the TTNL, Treasury Tax and Loan. Why is it called Treasury Tax and Loan? What did we just come off of? Taxes. Loans. The state borrowed against your birth certificate. You're borrowing for your taxes to be paid, and that's what the company gives to the IRS. And that's why you owe them, because they are a what? Tax collector. I dropped the mic. But I picked it back up because I got to finish. Associated, it said, because those debit cards y'all have are employee cards. They are. Never was or ever have been or will. Never will be an employee of your company or any associated government or associated entity / company of. All principal and lawful money, interest, credit that your company has or will obtain are hereby demanded to be returned in full, and let them be credited on our account in your system, and or on the record, for the record. If you have any concern, feel free to call me, not to rebut or negotiate, at the below phone number. Now, what I would do, and this is all the things y'all need: dual power of attorney fact, Form 56, Form 56F. I did a video on this before. Common law copyright, 1099A and 1099B, 236 Treasury form for them to go get your money. Affidavit of ownership, because you need a barcode for it. Case and assignment deed. Okay? The promissory note, what that is the bill that you get, or the contract. Invoice, because you're going to attach an invoice that you get from me. You're going to use the same barcode that you get from the affidavit of ownership. Then the IRS W-9 form filled out according to my video. Sign with your king or queen name. And trust me, a lot of people, when sent this out, a lot of bank accounts got shut down because they ass are scared. They run. So, like I said, we're not playing around here. A lot of y'all need to get your stuff in order. This is a lot of work. It's very serious. It ain't no fuckery. Now you say you want to be free, but you're dragging your damn feet. You want somebody to give something to you for free without you signing something because you want to be able to do whatever you want to do, and your ass going to go right back trying to sell that information for damn fiat, when right here you got thousands to millions to billions of lawful money. That is a damn shame. You're also stuck on that stank-ass green. It's like a woman or a man who ain't washed their crouch in years. That's what that money smell like. And yet you're running behind it. Some of you like the stink. Remember on Hustle and Flow where he rubbed it down there between his legs and threw it on the counter? And dude said, D, you better watch it. Because that's what a lot of y'all want to run behind the rest of your damn life. You'll never be free. You're going to die with stank green, smelling like stank green and embalming fluid. And your family going to be left struggling. I keep telling y'all, stop worried about others. Worry about your bloodline. I don't give a flying care if y'all ain't got along for years. If you are hated by your entire family, that means that's something you done. And you need to make it right. Your goal is to take care of them. You're the leader. You're the leader. You're the head. I understand you got a mom. I understand you got a grandma, but none of them is doing this. You're the leader. You took over the estate. It's your job to protect them. Settle all disputes, all matters. Because you can't go to God, and God is not going to guide you on this. It says you got a problem with your brother, or art with your brother, go settle it, then come back. You want to get through this stuff smoothly, let the Most High lead you, you need to do just that. All right? And with that being said, if y'all use this information to get free, do not blame me. Blame the L, the O, the R, the D. Won't he do it? Oh, yes, he'll do it. So what you need to do is get this knowledge and start to pursue it. I'm King Stevian, representing the 100 Kings and the 100 Queens. I am out. Peace.